Despite the holiday, 2024 Republican presidential candidates are not taking a break from the campaign trail this Independence Day. Multiple presidential hopefuls attended parades in New Hampshire today, including Florida Governor Ron DeSantis and South Carolina Senator Tim Scott. Former Vice President Mike Pence, he made appearances in Iowa.
For me, it was vitally important to be here where the journey to the White House always begins and to spend 2 miles, at times jogging uphill, to take our case to the people of Iowa. And I promise you, we're going to keep running that hard all the way to the finish.
We appreciated both parades, and we're going to be doing so much more here. But it was just good to be up here and celebrate Independence Day with a bunch of patriotic Americans.
CBS News political reporter Aaron Navarro joins us now from New Hampshire. And Aaron, you've been covering DeSantis at these parades today. It looks like it was a wet day, but how has the reception been with voters?
Hi, Nancy. Thanks for having me. Yeah, he tried his best to stay dry, but on that second parade, especially in Merrimack, you could see the governor visibly drenched from the rain. But the interactions were a bit mixed. He had a good amount of folks on the side and in his section of the parade, chanting DeSantis, chanting USA, wanting to take pictures with him, telling him that they have relatives in Florida or have homes in Florida, telling him the good job he's done in that state in their eyes. But you also had people yelling meatball at him in a reference to the kind of quasi nickname Trump had for him. You had people chanting "We say gay" at the first parade, a reference to his parental rights and education bill, which critics have dubbed the "Don't Say Gay" bill. And it's emblematic, really, of where DeSantis stands. He has a base of support in the Republican Party, but there is a base of people in the Republican side, especially with Trump supporters, and on the Democratic side that are already voicing their opposition to him.
Given those challenges he faces there, what is the governor's strategy for winning in New Hampshire, obviously a crucial state for him?
Yeah, you heard him say, tease it a bit in that clip you just showed. He's going to be here a lot, and that's what he has to do. He is down double digits to former President Trump in New Hampshire-specific polls. The super PAC that put on the event for DeSantis today told me that they have knocked over 100,000 doors here in New Hampshire, but they also have been off the airwaves for about a month now compared to Iowa and South Carolina. So the strategy for DeSantis is really just going to continue to make connections with voters, hold town halls, field questions from voters, and perhaps, I've been told by some Republican strategists, the strategy is also for him to have a really good showing in Iowa to kind of create some momentum once we get to the primary phase of this race.
And Aaron, we talked about all the candidates who are out there, but someone who is not, former President Trump, he is not attending any of those 4th of July parades today. What is his campaign saying about his schedule?
Well, he's also posting himself on Truth Social, his platform there. He's pointing to the big rally he had in Pickens, South Carolina. He's also reposting some memes about how he, that falsely claimed he won the 2020 election. He's posted some posts about going after Biden. But, it's perhaps a sign that the campaign is not too stressed about it at the moment. When I showed up to the first parade in New Hampshire, there were a lot of notable Trump supporters. The first woman I talked to was a Trump supporter. They, were a pretty loud bunch in both of the parades. So right now, this primary is Trump's to lose, and especially in the state of New Hampshire, the support, at least during July 4th today, was showing itself.
What's ahead for these candidates? What will they be keeping an eye on?
Yeah, so for Governor DeSantis, his wife Casey will actually be holding an event in Iowa on her own with Governor Kim Reynolds there in Iowa. In terms of the rest of the field, there's going to be a lot of events in Iowa specifically, conferences. We'll see how the rest of this week turns out.
Aaron Navarro, thank you for joining us.
Thanks for having me.